Eastern European cities are sometimes overlooked when planning a European vacation, partly because they aren't as well known as Western destinations. Eastern Europe has become the go-to destination for lovers of history and architecture. There's a slower pace in these cities and a wealth of cultural and natural sights to discover that remain untouched even as modern influences are rolling in. If you haven't set your foot in Eastern Europe yet, you're in for a world of surprises. There's Prague and its many spires, St. Petersburg and the magical White Nights, and Dubrovnik with its stunning open views over the Adriatic Sea, castles, cobblestone streets, and centuries-old attractions mix with cozy cafes and modern amenities everywhere. However, before we begin our countdown, we would greatly appreciate it if you would subscribe to our YouTube channel and also press the bell icon. Let's get started. Number 1. Prague, Czech Republic. Dating back to AD 870, Prague is not only one of the most visited cities in Eastern Europe, but also one of the oldest. Prague is the ideal destination for bargain hunters, with regular flight and train connections from most major cities in Europe, and affordable accommodations. Many of the city's major attractions are also free. You can stroll across Charles Bridge, walk the grounds of the Prague Castle, or see the amazing views over Prague from Petrin Hill without spending a penny. The city can get very crowded in summer, but this is also a great time to enjoy the outdoor cafes, have a picnic with a view on Kampa Park, home to some very famous and quirky art installations, or catch live music and events on the Naplaka riverbank. Number 2. Tallinn, Estonia. Located right on the coast, with open views over the blue water of the Gulf of Finland, Tallinn is a city that knows how to mix the old and the new very well. Over the past decade, Estonia has become a haven for entrepreneurs and the growing business center of the city, with its many trendy shopping centers and restaurants is proof of it. Tallinn also happens to be one of the most compact capital cities in Eastern Europe, which means you are never more than 15 minutes away from the stunning old town. A UNESCO World Heritage Site, Tallinn's walled old town is filled with medieval churches, a Gothic town hall, impressive towers, and plenty of charming cafes for a quick stop when your feet are starting to complain. There's still plenty to see and explore outside the center, including the Lenusedum Seaplane Harbor Museum, the Pink Tupi Castle, the Russian-inspired Alexander Nevsky Cathedral, and a number of art galleries and small museums. Number 3. Krakow, Poland. The official capital of Poland during the Middle Ages, Krakow still retains its impressive royal look. Krakow was also one of the few Polish cities to make it unscathed through WWII, and as a result, its architecture. A fairy tale mix of Romanesque, Gothic, and Art Nouveau, among others, remains intact. This includes the beautiful historical city walls, St. Florian's Gate, St. Mary's Basilica, and the world's largest Gothic altarpiece, and the towering wall castle. For both historians and movie buffs alike, much of the Oscar winner movie Schindler's List was filmed here. Oskar Schindler's original enamel factory has been converted into 2 museums and now holds items from the movie set, including Schindler's desk. Visitors can also tour the former Jewish district of Krakow, the remnants of the ghetto wall, and many filming locations. Number 4. Budapest, Hungary. With a dramatic skyline and plenty of historic and cultural sites, the capital's charms are undeniable. Also known as the Pearl of the Danube, Budapest offers great food and a rich history that includes Roman and Turkish influences. You can see that in the thermal baths, especially the very popular Rudas or Széchenyi baths, that are considered a staple of Hungary's culture. Budapest's most stunning area is Castle Hill, a limestone plateau that overlooks the Danube and is home to the most famous attractions in the city. These include the 13th century Buda Castle and its underground labyrinth, part of the area's underground cave system, Trinity Square, a subterranean museum holding a World War II hospital and a nuclear bunker, and the Széchenyi National Library. Number 5. Bucharest, Romania. Romania is one of the cheapest European countries to visit, and the savings stretch to the capital as well. Public transportation is affordable. Budget accommodation is plentiful, and many of the main activities in the city, including strolling along Calia Victoriei Avenue and relaxing at Cismigiu, the oldest public gardens in Bucharest, are free of charge or cost very little. One of Bucharest's main attractions is its 15th century old town, which features many historical buildings but also cobblestone streets lined with cafes, restaurants, and shops selling traditional jewelry, art, and food. Number 6. St. Petersburg, Russia. Russia's second largest city is also its most charming, filled with cultural attractions, including the Hermitage, the world's second largest art museum. The Louvre takes the top spot. There's more to do here than just museums and galleries though, such as visiting Russia's oldest confectionery shop inside the Elyseiv Emporium, and shopping and walking down the massive Nevsky Prospect, the city's most impressive avenue, with luxury hotels and high-end shops. Number 7. Dubrovnik, Croatia. A fortified old town on the Dalmatian coast, Dubrovnik has become a massively popular tourist destination for beach lovers in search of a bargain. Its seaside location also makes it the perfect starting point for island hopping, with a number of ferries making their way to the Elefidi Islands, filled with cafes, restaurants offering al fresco dining, and sea caves waiting to be explored. You don't have to leave the city itself to enjoy the sea though, as the Golden Banj Beach is just steps away from the old town. Number 8. Belgrade, Serbia. As Eastern Europe goes, Serbia is harder to reach and discover than other countries. As a result, Belgrade has become the home base for most travel in the Balkan countries. While many visitors stop here just to regroup before heading towards more adventurous destinations, the historic capital has plenty of gems of its own to offer. Belgrade's architecture has plenty of Art Deco, Baroque, Art Nouveau, and even modernist examples to offer. The Presidential Palace and the Town Hall are good places to start, but a stroll down the Neza Mihaela pedestrian street is an even better way to appreciate historical buildings that have been converted into artsy galleries, boutique shops, and cozy cafes. Number 9. Riga, Latvia. Riga is a small city, perfect to be explored over a quick weekend trip. Most budget airlines stop in Riga, offering plenty of connections for you to discover the cultural capital of the Baltics before you move on to other destinations in Latvia to enjoy the Baltic Sea's gorgeous coastline. You don't have to go far to enjoy the sand either. Jurmala Beach Resort is just 20 minutes away by train from central Riga. Latvia's capital is a melting pot of various nations and cultures, something you can clearly see on the many different architectural styles lining the cobblestone streets of Old Town. Number 10. Bratislava, Slovakia. Bratislava is often a stop on the way to the many stunning national parks that dot the nation, but this small and sometimes unassuming city has plenty to offer in the way of history, culture, and food. In fact, Bratislava is a great destination for a city break with a vibrant gourmet scene, a unique cafe culture, and plenty of sports and activities for all ages and tastes. The city is especially bike-friendly, and visitors can easily rent one to explore the many themed bike circuits around town. When it comes to architecture, it's hard to beat Bratislava Castle, which sits atop a hill and can be seen from almost anywhere in the city. If you make it to the castle itself, make sure you climb the almost 50-meter-tall castle tower for a sprawling view over Bratislava. So that's it for today. If you find this video helpful, please give it a big thumbs up and share it with others. Also, if you haven't already, please consider subscribing to our channel. Don't forget to turn on the notification bell so you don't miss any of our new uploads. In the end, thanks for watching, and see you next time.